Are you looking for a rugged, ultra comfortable pack for a multi-day adventure? Well, look no further than the Atmos AG 50. Whether you're hitting the trails for a weekend getaway or embarking on a multi-day expedition, this pack will get you there. This pack is not ultralight, but it's a great option for people struggling with comfort. It is really a leader in the area of fitment and has some cool stuff going on in the way of comfort. Stick around, we're about to dig into all the features on this killer pack. The most unique feature on this pack is its anti-gravity system. Picture this, an anti-gravity suspension that feels like it's defying the laws of physics. It's gonna give you a fit so snug you'll forget you're even carrying the weight. Let's not forget about that 3D suspended mesh. It's like a cloud hugging your back and hips, ensuring maximum ventilation and comfort all day long. Speaking of the anti-gravity system, here on the back you can see, if I open up the hip belt, you've got one continuous mesh backing that runs all the way up to the top of the pack where the load suspension is. Really nice the way this just conforms to your body. Okay, so again, it's perforated and it has a little bit of grip actually built in down here at the bottom where they've kind of coated that mesh a little so you get a little bit of grabs onto your hips. The rest of it doesn't have that, so it's not, I guess, sticking to your back. But this is gonna give you that rise and bungee that keeps your back off of the suspension system, keeps you that good airflow. The adjustment for the height on the shoulders on this bag is really nice. There's two buckles right here. You just undo the buckle, undo the other buckle, you go up, you go down, then you lock them in place. Way easier adjustments than any other bags I've seen. You can move the sternum straps up and down, and on this one, it doesn't have the talked about elastic, but it is a just fine sternum strap. You've got a couple of attachment points as you go up on the shoulder straps. These straps also have that meshing on the back, so it's a little bit perforated down here towards the bottom. It's not. I would rate these at like ridiculously super comfortable. They have less padding in the spots that you don't need it and more padding on the spots that you do. Something you don't see in a whole lot of pads in the shoulder straps, that is. Normally it's one thickness, one material, which does just fine until you have something like this and you're like, oh my goodness, the comfort, the thought given into comfort on this bag is off the charts. On the hip belt, you've got two big deep pockets, some attachment points here on the side with a little bit of elastic. Again, same thing on the other side. As we come into the side of the bag, you got your slightly stretchy pockets here with side compression so that you can squeeze things down or open things up. These do have a bit of give to them, but not a ton. You could fit huge water bottles in here. You can fit a tent in the side of this. It's got a lot of room, and there's one on the other side as well, as you can imagine. We'll go ahead and come into the bottom of the bag. So the bottom of the bag, we have attachment points here. You could put your sleeping mat or other things that you want to hang on the outside. I'll keep them right there. You've got your bottom opening that gets you into the bottom section of the bag. Generally a sleep system. The flap that's on the inside in here is removable, so you can take that flap. Well, the whole flap doesn't come out, but the bottom two spots adjust so that it can fold up and just not be a compartmentalized bag if you don't want it to be. Also on the front here, there's a dedicated rainfly pouch. So the rainfly for the bag lives in here. Obviously, if you didn't want it in there and you wanted to put other things in there, that would work just fine for you. Moving to the front of the bag, we have our center strap, just like on most Osprey bags. So you can open this strap and you've got a big stuffed area with a decent amount of give to it so that it'll stretch a little. The center is actually more like a nylon material, and just the side strips here are stretchy. So it's a nice combo because this portion of any bag out on the trail, like if it rolls over, you set it down or lean it up against something, you're gonna rip this stuff. I really think this is actually a smart move. I like it a lot. Good thought and attention to detail. Holding the helmet down is the two straps everybody is used to. So in the center, you have a traditional lock. You can pull the tab on. The tab just opens it up, and then when you wanna squish it down, you just pull the string. So real easy. Inside you have your hydration pocket. If you wanna be using a hydration pocket, obviously there's a loop that leads to the outside here where you can get your hydration hose coming through. The main pocket in here is standard. Big area to work with. Again, there's that flap that will segregate the top internal storage and the bottom internal storage if you want it to. I think that pretty much covers it. There is multiple pockets on the helmet. So you got this one here that is this size. There's not one on the inside. I talk about the fact that I don't like it when bags have that because you're sharing that space anyway. It's more zippers that you don't even need. On the back of the helmet here, we also have, if you don't zip both zippers, you can open it. You have a bigger pocket here as well. So this one and this top one are sharing some space, but that actually makes a little bit more sense than having one on the inside that you can't get to unless you take the helmet open anyway. I love this. If you're gonna stack them, they both need to be on the outside. Other than that, guys, I think I pretty much covered all the pockets and main features of this bag. I really love it. Thanks for watching the review today. If any of you have used this bag or have any questions, jump in the comments and let us know what you're thinking. Whether you've been watching the channel or are new here, please do us a favor and like the video and subscribe to the channel. Click the notifications bell if you're wanting to be made aware of the content we put out. As always, keep adventuring.